Welcome to video number 2 in this series of Microsoft Expression Web 4. So picking up from where we were in video 1, here is our dog breeds page. We've got one breed, bulldog, and a little bit of text about him, and a rather large picture which we're going to resize. So there are a few ways to do it, but the main goal of this second video is for you to have a turn yourself on your own computer and see if you can finish off this one page. Okay, so at the moment, if we preview this in our Chrome browser, that's what it looks like. So it's fairly big. So I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. I'm just going to leave my Chrome browser up because I'm just going to refresh it each time I make a change, and this will reflect that change. So if you have a look on the side here, the tag properties, you'll see that is to do with the actual HTML and the page. I want that to change to the properties of this picture. So when I click on the picture, that changed to attributes. And I can see that the height is 700 and the width is 700, which is quite easy because it's very easy to resize it. So let's say I want to make that a little bit smaller, and I'm going to just select 700 and make that 300, press enter, select the width and make that 300 as well. You must keep it in proportion. Okay, so this is easy. If they were different numbers, you've just got to, let's say, halve them or take them down by the same proportion. But you must keep them the same, otherwise it's going to pixelate, it's going to look bad. Keep it with the same dimensions. Okay, so that's a much better size, I think, for the web page. I could center it, I could do a number of things with it, but let's just keep it simple for our first one. So I now press, you'll notice there's an asterisk there now that we've changed something on the page. So I'm going to press Control S, asterisk goes away, and that's now been updated in my folder. And if I go back to my web page, it still looks the same, but I need to refresh, and that will then resize. And I think you'll agree that's a much better size. Okay, what I want you to do now is to have a go at adding 2 more breeds to your page. So for me, in my little folder, my first website, I've got Mini Foxy and I've got Shih Tzu. So I've got to add a heading, I've got to add a bit of text, and I've got to add those pictures. So just in the same way as we did in video number 1. Now you might want to do a bit of image manipulation. You might be lucky enough to have Photoshop. If you haven't, there are lots of free image manipulation programs or image editors. One of the most famous is GIMP. Just do a search for GIMP or gimp.org. That web address there is a free download. It's got lots of features, and you can resize, you can adjust the color, shading, all that sort of thing with images at home there, and I think you'll find it's pretty easy to use. I am happy to do some video tutorials on GIMP to bring you up to speed with that, but it is also available for Windows or Mac, or even if you're into Linux and those sort of things. So have a think about that. Okay, I'm going to leave you with the web page. I want you to try to add your other 2 breeds. Feel free to choose what other 2 breeds you like, find the right images and a bit of text. And also, when you're working with web pages, why not try a topic that's of interest to you? Okay, so it could be pop stars, it could be sporting teams or sporting people. Same thing, just a heading, okay, some text, images. Put them together in a web page. Try to make it look good and professional. See how you go with that. I'll also quickly mention the views here. So we're in design view at the moment. If you wanted to go into code view, that's the code view for what we've got so far. So it's actually was over a little bit, but that's the basic code view, the HTML that's behind the work, and then you can also go into split view, which is you can see the output there, and you can also see the code view. But for us, for this tutorial series, we're mainly going to work in design view. So if you leave it in design view, that'll be fine.